Greetings, comrades, and welcome back on board. As ever, I'm your captain at gaming, Conrad Larson, and today we're playing Subnautica. So, a quick first, what is? Subnautica is an early access ocean survival game set on an alien planet. We're going to be starting a new game. I'll explain more as we start playing, but let's just get straight into it. So we're going to be playing survival, not quite hardcore, because screw that, I'm probably going to die plenty of times. Not freedom, because that's for wussies. Now, I'm going to shut up because there is a bit of a cutscene at some point. Coming right up. This sometimes takes a little bit, I think. Here we go.
In the late 22nd century, humanity is beginning to colonize space. Before colony ships arrive, habitation vessels are appointed terraforming missions. The Aurora was one such vessel. During its descent, the Aurora was struck by a mysterious energy pulse, resulting in catastrophic hull failure. A single life pod jettisoned prior to impact. You were in that life pod.
Okay, couldn't have said it better myself. So, let's get straight into it. So, this is our escape pod. If we climb up on top, whee! This is us. There's the Aurora. Shit's gone down. No land for miles. Land for days. Sea for days. So, first of all, let's check what we have on board. Bugger all in the med bay. That's useful. How about our storage? Bit of magnesium. A builder, that's going to be handy. A dive reel and a rebreather. That's really good to have so early on. So, we can drag this onto our character here in our inventory, which is brought up using the tab button. What's a dive reel? Well, dive reel allows you to basically set a line. It's Hansel and Gretel sort of shit. It's not going to be much use for now. We're going to get straight into it. So what we need to do is we need to start getting some materials. We have a rebreather, which, as I say, is going to be handy. Let's catch a peeper. If we can, they're very fast. Come on, come baby. There we go. They're good for food. Basically, we're going to have to provide food. We're going to have to get water. Yep, get water whilst we're in the ocean. Apparently, it's too salty, like Earth. This is quartz. This is one of the most useful materials in the game. We'll be getting a lot of that. So what we want to start is, thank you, Miranda, is we want to get
10 seconds of oxygen remaining.
We want to build some more oxygen tanks, is what I was about to say, before I was so rudely interrupted. And to do that, we need glass and we need metal. So, for metal, for titanium, we get scrap metal, and for glass, we make it out of quartz. So we need 3 bits of quartz for each piece of glass. Let's break this one here. Limestone chunks, bit of titanium, why not? So we've now got 3 pieces of quartz. And that's a stalker, we're going to avoid him, and this... so yeah, so we've got 3 pieces of quartz now. And we also have ourselves some titanium. Let's jump inside.
New creature discovered.
We'll convert that scrap into titanium. We'll convert that quartz into glass. And then we'll go to our equipment. And we'll make a tank. There we go. So now I've got 70 seconds there. So I've been playing this game for a while. I picked it up on early access quite a while ago. Back then there wasn't all that much to it. I mean, there was, but since I've had it, it's undergone a lot of changes. There's been a lot to do with sort of they've overhauled the whole loot system. I say loot, you know, the gathering system, the crafting system got a complete overhaul. They've added submarines and submarinal monsters. There's been a lot happened, and it's really turned into recently, the last patch sort of update for the game really give it sort of an objective, which is going to be going over to the Aurora. See, the Aurora is currently surrounded by radiation as, well, it crashed, and there's a lot of radiation, so you can't get too close to it, but one of the things they added in the last update was they added the ability to make a radiation suit, and that radiation suit protects you, and I'm going to interrupt myself. This is salt. This is useful. And copper is also useful. So yeah, they added a rad suit that allows you to protect yourself, and you can go all the way over there. And there's now stuff to there's stuff to be gained by going over to it. So we're gonna
scanning the Aurora. 0 life signs detected. Lethal radiation levels detected. The main drive core has malfunctioned. The primary dark matter containment field has dropped to 36% amplitude. Continuing to monitor.
Yeah, so there you go. So apparently there's no one else alive. We are the only sole survivor of the ship. Maybe that might change if they ever had a multiplayer, which would be kind of interesting. They'd be like, oh, there's actually more people. And you're like, woo! Come here. Oh, yes, we need this. So this is a CMOS fragment. I know it's a CMOS fragment because it's in the starting area. Basically, you get fragments, and they allow you to research blueprints, and blueprints allow you to build new tools and stuff. And I can't pick that titanium up, that's a shame. Which I'll show you when we get back. We're going to head back now because we've filled up. I honestly can't remember what I was saying prior to our interruption, so I'm just going to continue rolling. This thing is an air sac. It's a little fishy, and we can turn it into a water bladder, basically. We can use it to filter some water, which we can use to drink. So first things first, fragment analyzer. If we chuck that CMOS fragment in, it starts humming away. This obviously hasn't got much of a texture. This is sort of a base texture that a lot of things have when they're not ready. So let's analyze the air sac. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn the air sac into filtered water. And we're going to cook the peepers. We only caught one, never mind. So we can eat that and drink that. We've got plenty of stuff now. So let's dump a load of stuff in. And again, convert all the stuff to titanium. So the problem I have with titanium is actually that there's a lot of it. Like, it's very easy to come by, and I always have a habit of picking up too much too early on, and I fill up all my storage space. Because that is actually sort of a thing. You end up having to manage your resources. I mean, look how much titanium I've now got. I'm going to turn one into a titanium ingot, and that takes up 10 bits of titanium. So it's a really good way of storing them, but you can't turn it back. It's only used for certain things. You only need about 6 of them overall in the game, if I remember correctly. So we're going to turn that in. We've got one, which will be useful soon. I'm going to get away from the ship because that buzzing noise is very annoying. And we're going to continue on our way, and that is a stalker tooth. And that's going to be very useful later on. So you could turn glass into enameled glass. Do you see how it says enamel in brackets? You can turn glass into enameled glass by using stalker teeth, and that is much better, stronger glass, and that's very useful again later on. So we're going to work up to getting that. More salt. Salt, you can never have enough salt, and salt seems to be very hard to come by. So what we're in, I'm going to explain. This game has several biomes. The map is not procedurally generated. It is in fact handcrafted by the devs. That was something I didn't quite notice for early on. I was like, oh, this looks like the last game I played. So that there is a kelp forest. And these are really cool areas, and if I start swimming down into it, you'll notice that the whole world goes green. And we'll come back here when night comes around because it's gorgeous, and there's a lot of underground. These are jellyfish stinger things, you don't want to get near them. Get some more limestone, get some more copper. And basically, yeah, there's loads of different biomes, and they have different stuff, so you find a lot of limestone chunks in sort of in kelp forest, but you won't find any salt and you won't find any quartz in here.
30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
And that's just the way it goes, basically. So we're going to run back up to the surface here, grab some air, and we will try and explore a lot of the things. Basically, what we're going to try, my goals are to build a Cyclops, which is a submarine, to build a bleeders. Sorry. To build a submarine called a Cyclops, which is basically a mobile base, to build a sea base, which is a less mobile base but looks very awesome, very modular, and to go explore the Aurora. And they're the main reasons. And I want to see if I can pick up a certain item, and I'm not going to say what it is. It doesn't do anything really, but if I can find one, it's a very cool. It leads to a very cool thing. So as we continue on, what I'm going to pick up is I'm going to pick up a couple of these. These are acid mushrooms, and you can eat them. Whoa, shite, that made me jump. As you can get off. So these things are bleeders, and they're very annoying, and I hate them. And you saw me shit myself And go away. And basically they're leeches, and they're so annoying. They're very persistent. I had this one game where I was playing, and we're going to try and catch these people. And we're going to get some air first. And I was trying to I basically killed one of those stalkers, which I don't know if I pointed out properly. Oh, it's night time. I'm going to leave it because they're hard to catch. So I killed this stalker, and I couldn't tell if it was just the area I killed it in, but it exploded into it basically exploded into what's the word for them? Into bleeders. Sorry, I'm totally losing my train of thought here. What we're going to do...
Readings from the Aurora suggest erratic fluctuations in the primary dark matter containment field. A breach of the main drive chamber may cause a cascading quantum flux detonation.
There we go.
New
So,
technology created.
hey! So, yeah, so basically, stalkers, I don't like. What we're trying to build is we're trying to build batteries, and we're trying to build power cells, and we're trying to build more batteries. So I want to build that. Copper wire. How do I build that? Copper ore. Kind of makes sense, I suppose. Oh, I'm very bad at this. Yes, there we go. Right, so it's night time. Let's dump all the stuff, and we're going to go hunting for quartz. We actually have a lot of quartz. We have enough quartz for what I wanted. If we make 2 bits of silicone here, we use quartz, we can build some fins. And fins will increase our swim speed. And they don't take up any space. Makes me happy. So what we're going to do is we're going to go exploring. So this is a sea glide. It's basically a little whee, and you travel nice and fast, and it has a little light on the front. So this is what I mean about this place looks gorgeous at night. Look at this glowing sort of thing from the creep vine. It looks great. So these are stalkers, and they're very annoying. We're going to avoid them, and we're going to explore. And I swear, no. And we're not going to try and waste too much time here. I'm actually looking for some stuff. I'm looking for... No. Oh, shite. He's coming. Okay. This'll do. So, this is the next thing. This is called the grassy plains biome.
30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Oh, that's plenty of time, woman. Although we are quite low, quite deep. When you're using the sea glide and you're following the seabed like that through the thing, you tend to not notice how quickly you descend. It only takes about 15 seconds at 100 meters to get back, but you never want to leave it too late. So yeah, this is the grassy plains biome. The grassy plains biome has something I'm really going to need, and that is called sandstone. So sandstone is annoying to find because it's buried in these bushes. See if I can find some. Be really helpful now. Come on, world. Give me some sandstone. Let's avoid that. That thing's like a cactus, but if I get too close to it, it wants to shoot me. Violent cactus, basically. Oh, come on. That's a sand shark. We will get into how much I hate those, and that's... No, that's a sand shark. That's a bone shark. Ugh. Why is there no sandstone? Ow.
30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Yeah. It's just going to be one of those... Ow. He caught... Holy shit. I've never been attacked by a sand shark before. Never been attacked by a sand shark before, and I couldn't believe he caught up to me. They're faster than a sea glide. That's impressive. And I can't find any... Why can I not find any of this stuff? Sandstone. Where's the sandstone? There it is. So you see what I mean? It's very much hidden in these bushes. Really the only way you find it is by coming above like this. You sort of just have to look out for the little... Ow! Alright, we're going to run. Bone sharks, sand sharks, avoid them. Reefbacks! We'll get into those. That was what was making that very deep groaning noise. They're kind of like whales' song. I like reefbacks. They don't do any harm. We're gonna run home now because we're now hurting. We didn't get what I really wanted, which was more silver and some gold. That's what you get from sandstone chunks. But we'll have to make do, and for some reason my sea guard seems to have stopped making noises. Give me my hum back. I want my hum. It makes the world feel... I don't feel as lonely. Let's collect some quartz. Because we're going to need more quartz. There we go. I can't remember what these things are called. I call them gas butts. They cry. When you get too close to do that, and it hurts. And I should really stop doing this. I'm going to die in a second. So what I'm going to need now... So I'm going to need some quartz. I'm going to need some sand, salt. I'm going to need some salt, because take all the salt you can get. But I need a bit more quartz. And basically I'm going to try and build something. Hey, more copper. Interestingly, she hasn't warned me that I'm dying, basically, and running out of air. So, I'm not sure about that. I don't know if... I almost think it's a debt thing. She'll remind you... If you're too low, she'll remind you at 30 seconds. If you're quite... If you're too deep, she'll remind you at 30 seconds. If you're quite shallow waters, I think she reminds you of 10 seconds. Basically, get the heck out of there, you're going to drown. And it's quite helpful. We've probably got enough stuff right now. So let's go back to the pod. Pod 5. And let's build some silicon. Let's get... We have a piece of titanium. I've got to remember the correct thing to go to. Tools. Here we go. Let's build a knife. We have a knife, and now we're going to cut up.
Warning, readings from the Aurora exhibit characteristics consistent with total degradation of the dark matter contained in the field. Spikes in quantum fluctuations suggest an uncontrolled cascade detonation will occur with a probability of 83.5%.
Oh, it's only 83.5. That's fine then, we'll be alright. There's nothing to worry about. Okay, so we got some coral chunks. So what we can do with coral chunks, which is basically calcium, is we can make bleach using some salt. This is why I was quite happy to find quite a lot of salt just now. And we're going to need 2 bits of bleach. So bleach has 2 uses really. One use is you can use it to purify water, providing you a very long-lasting source of water that gives you a heck of a lot of stuff back. The other thing you can do with bleach is if we cut up 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, there we go. 4 pieces of 1 bit of bleach and 4 pieces of creep vine, which is fibre. You can make a first aid kit, which can give you back a load of your health. So we use that just by clicking on it, same as for food, and boom, we're happy. And now we're going to put all of this stuff away. And I'm going to think about what I need to get next. And I think I know. So what we want to do is we want to go into our machines and we want to look at here. Titanium ingot, which we have, and we need a power cell. Well, for a power cell we need 2 of those and 2 of those. And then we need to go get 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There we go. That's everything we need for a power cell. So we use it to make silicone. We make 2 batteries. And then we can make our power cell from 2 batteries and silicone. I keep saying silicone. I didn't take out the titanium ingot, which was the other thing we need. Constructor. What's a constructor, you may ask? Well, constructor constructs. That was really obvious. You float it up, and it sits there on the surface, and don't worry, it doesn't go anywhere, because there's no actual waves or tides, luckily, despite this sort of flowing motion. We can climb up on it, and these little buzzy things come out, and look at them, they're all pretty. When they come out, I can build submarines with them. So that's going to be, that's the starting of that. We're about to hit 20 minutes of sort of recording time, so I'm going to come off this. I'm going to end this episode off here. I'm going to end it off. So the goal for next time is going to be to build a Seamoth, which is the first little small submarine. And we're going to build that, and then we're going to go hunting for some food, and then we're going to work up to building our Cyclops. So that's going to be the plan for next time. Thank you for joining me. And may the wind ever be in your sails. No, wait, that's too much like... I need a good sign-off quote. If you got any ideas for a good sailing-related sign-off quote, please put it in the comments below. For now, though, I will see you next time. Thank you for joining me.